of institutional investors needing to put money to work, right? They're seeing the rally. They were mostly in cash. Obviously, that's not suitable for their clients for whom they're trying to make money. So now they're rushing to FOMO buy these equities. They have to put the cash to work. There were a lot of puts and short interest on some stocks, so that fueled a short squeeze as well. And then retail coming on top of that and FOMOing even some more, and that has fueled the rally really since October. But as I said before, unless earnings come in slamming out of the gate, earnings on companies such as Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, etc., all across the board, and if we get a cooler than expected CPI and the Fed is dovish, I believed that can continue the rally to at least 4,300. Now that could happen because we are around 4,160, but I don't think that I think that we got a dovish Fed on some fronts when talking about the financial conditions, but still saying that we got to keep it higher for longer. We are seeing the Fed funds futures traders betting that the Fed takes it above 5%. Earnings have been utterly terrible on mega cap stocks, Tesla aside, and the CPI came in hotter than expected. So do I think there is a ton more upside here? From my standpoint, I don't. And I was okay selling my semiconductor stocks, selling my Tesla, selling some of these stocks that really have ran up beyond what their current valuations suggest they should be, right? Like even if you take a look at the ARK ETF, I mean, ARK since December is up, what, almost 50%. So we are definitely in a euphoric driven rally by a lot of FOMO and squeezes, etc. But now, what is the market going to do here? And again, I mean, it could continue higher. Of course, the market can do what it wants. But for me, from a risk management standpoint, that was a time that I was okay fading the market. Plus, if we take a look at the S&P 500 earnings yield, the earnings yield is currently at around 4.5%. If you look at a 6-month treasury, you can get 5% or more on a 6-month treasury. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at the bonds and the treasuries right now, you could see that on a 6-month treasury, you can actually get 5.004. So for me, I'm okay selling those stocks and putting it in a 6-month treasury or doing what's called a bond ladder. If you guys want to know more about that, leave it in the comment section below. But that's basically my analysis for the markets currently. And the fact that CPI is coming in a little bit hotter, to me, is not good news. And I'm okay selling these stocks that ran up violently for cash and putting them in something safer at the moment while I wait to see what the Fed's next move is. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Let me know in the comment section below what your plan is, what you were doing. Do you think the market will go higher? Are you a bear? Are you a bull? Why? What do you think about them revising the CPI numbers? Would love to hear from you. Join the Academy if you want access to the mastermind call this weekend. Depending on when you're watching this, you also get access to all of the courses, the trade alerts, my analysis, etc. 20% off, only good for the next couple of days from the time that this video was launched. So check that link out in the description. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.
Please don't let that be a killer. Okay. Well, let's remind you of how the team news looks. Tim, talk us through the Gunners.
Well, Tomiyasu comes in right back for Ben White, who gets dropped to the bench. Jorginho, it's the big talking point. Partey is missing due to muscle injury. Jorginho gets his first Arsenal start there in the middle of midfield. Odegaard will just start to drift into that number 10 position. He has 8 goals on the season. Really good balance in either wing. Martinelli and Saka each have 7 goals in it. And Nketiah, massive game. Biggest game of his career for him. He gets his 8th straight start.
City beat Aston Villa on Sunday. This is their lineup today, Tim.
Yeah, and City are coming off back-to-back away losses. They can correct that. They'll go top of the table. And we heard Pep Guardiola talk pregame. Bernardo Silva will be in a precarious position for the little midfielder, just dropping into that back line, trying to get on the ball, allowing Nathan Ake to get himself wide and forward. He comes in for Laporte at that position. De Bruyne, 11 assists on the season. He's the top assist getter for City. And then on the right-hand side, Mars has been brilliant. For me, quietly one of City's best players. 4 goals, 4 assists in 7 games.
In by Morris. There's Haaland. No one there to connect.
How many times did we see that in the weekend? We were talking about that position, far post defending, really difficult. Tomiyasu has to have an eye over his shoulder to watch Honglan going in, because that diagonal ball is an absolute
no way I'm going to fit in this hole.
Terrible ball to defend against. You've got to be on your absolute guard.
Rattled it back in towards Erdegaard. Read okay by Acct. Martinelli looking to wriggle through. Zinchenko redelivering. The goal gate.
That's excellent football. Started by Granit Xhaka and then supplied by Granit Xhaka. Delightful ball in. They keep the ball alive. Zinchenko with the delivery in the end. And that's a great opportunity for Nketiah, who is in form. Gets up well, he's free, he's got plenty of space around him, gets up well and mistimes his header. Comes off his shoulder in the end.
Well, there's the little insight into Bernardo Silva playing left back. Positionally, he's okay to begin with, and then he's no clue when the cross is coming in.
By Haaland. Oh, Tomiyasu's back pass. De Bruyne! Smart opportunism! And the Champions League on the turf of their would-be successors.
Well, this, make no mistake about it, apart from the mistake, let's talk about the brilliance of the finish. De Bruyne, not really been in the game that much. Man City, not really been in the game that much. But just watch this, within a second. This is a huge mistake from a full-back. Put it out of play, do anything but that. Ramsdale thinks he's going to clear it. He's out there in case he needs him, but he doesn't get enough on it with his left foot. And De Bruyne just thinks, I'll be pessimistic, I'll think he's going to make a mistake, and then be optimistic and do this. Just lifts it over. No chance in the end from Ramsdale, but what a finish, Graham.
Absolutely fantastic, and it's Grealish who puts Tomiyasu under a bit of pressure and a little shove as he's heading back. It was a blind pass back towards Ramsdale, but as you say, the finish was absolutely exquisite.
You could tell Edison to play right wing, and everybody would think, well, that's a good idea. Everybody would be doing it in a month's time.
Walker is being booked for some sort of an infringement around a pretty innocuous throw.
But they sniped him as medic anyway.
To the puzzlement of Pep Guardiola, amongst others.
I think my brain hurts.
And indeed had the game's best chance before Arsenal conceded. Xhaka. Locked into the path of Nketiah! He's given a penalty. He has given a penalty amid a blockage on the line, which perhaps involved a hand. It must have done.
Well, we couldn't see any foul from here, but we're about to see it now. He doesn't quite know Edison's there, I don't think, and he gets something on it. Now we're going to see everything. It must be the clearance, or is it the follow-through?
It's that. It's Edison on Nketiah, isn't it?
And it's one of them, Graham, you know. Outfield player does that outside the box, and he gives a free kick.
Well, the video assistant referee is David Coote, summoned quite late into this high-level game as a result of John Brooks' unfortunate weekend.
I don't see how this is a penalty. I'm sorry. A collision between two players like that. He didn't affect Nketiah's shot. It's a poor decision from my point of view. It's not going to be overruled, but
I'll just throw devil's advocate in and say he doesn't have to stop his shot. If a player knocks a ball past somebody and you go to try and stop the ball and you miss the ball and clatter into the player, if that's on the halfway line, the referee gives a free kick.
feel good, all right? That's why I thought he was like that.
To the level, and Arsenal are back on top.
That wasn't really strike. I don't know. We really think Ari was just bad as halfway time.
In terms of their first half performance, it's nothing less than they deserve. They've been excellent. But for one mistake, they've controlled the game. I still don't think it's a penalty. Happy to be proven wrong from particularly Tim in the studio, from the goalkeeper's perspective. Calm, controlled penalty, perfectly accurate. Dealt with the situation really well there, Saka. Delightful finish.
I think the fact that we didn't really know what the penalty was for says a story about our past and our playing and what we would think of that. What I would say right now is, if that's me and you running in the box, doesn't have to be anywhere, near the box, and you knock the ball past me and it's going in the goal, whether the goalkeeper's there or not. And he's not been in the game that much, you have to say that. Well, he's been in the game.
Grealish, Haaland. Oh, trying to stop Ramsdale. So that was up anyway.
Yeah, sorry, Peter, I wasn't even looking at the pitch and they nearly scored.
They would go up there and they would be your crime. And Jessica, is it true in the 50s when there was a crime?
His final hit was Gundogan, but he had been offside. Saka's pushing running, hopes beyond Bernardo Silva, surely now.
His father was a good.
Eventually, Bernardo Silva has convinced the referee that his name should be taken.
He wasn't going to get away with another one here, and he just shows his
I forgot I'm playing the video game.
lack of understanding defensively. Don't expect it from him. Just make sure that he doesn't let Saka pass him. He's under huge pressure now, Bernardo Silva, because his timing defensively is not going to get any better. He's absolutely right for a second yellow card if he keeps trying to win the ball like that.
De Bruyne over it, Mahrez whips it in, out by Tomiyasu, and then headed up, down and over via Ramsdale for a corner.
There should be a rule.
Well, that line is very high, easy target, and the ball gets nodded down. It just hits Act's feet, doesn't know a lot about it.
And then I'm like,
Rodri gets the header on it. It just hits. That might have been Gabriel in the end, but Ramsdale getting it away.
Okay, well, that was actually really
De Bruyne over it, Mahrez whips it in, out by Tomiyasu, and then headed up, down and over via Ramsdale. Haaland wants to shrug off Gabriel. It's a penalty. Gabriel would not release Erling Haaland. Haaland crunks to the ground, and Anthony Taylor, for the second time tonight, has pointed at the spot.
Well, if you get the wrong side and he was fighting him early on, just look at the pair of them, might be given offside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will be given offside. Gets wrong side, gives him a tug back. There's the wrestling match. Once he gets ahead of him, that's a foul. But I think this is going to be an offside decision. Is that a foul? That certainly is. They've both got each other's shirts at that point. Then they let go. Now the arms come into it. Now he's behind him. Once you get behind him, the ref's always going to give that. The offside decision might save Arsenal here.
Now Ruben Dias is on the wrong end of one, and the Manchester City players are surrounding Anthony Taylor, who has further interpretation to do. The card's only a yellow one. Eddie Nketiah is its recipient. There is a VAR follow-up on this.
It's whether the VAR thinks he's endangering the opponent enough to review that, but thankfully that's not the case. In the context of the game, I think he's just arrived late. Yellow card's the right decision.
In by De Bruyne, down by Rodri, spilled by Ramsdale. Akanji had a twitch at it, and Arsenal got enough bodies around it.
That's a nervous moment. Jorginho on the line. It's a delightful ball in by Kevin De Bruyne. Very, very tight there, Rodri, whether he was onside or not. Need to find out that.
Bernardo Silva, Haaland's on the charge. Gundogan and Greenish! Snatches back a Champions League! A blue blur in the corner, and Arsenal have it to do again.
That's a brilliantly crafted goal. Once they get to the edge of the penalty area, Manchester City, fantastic finish, calm as you like, and there's that bit of tension that's been running through the Arsenal veins in the last 5 or so minutes, and it's almost a miss kick there by Bernardo Silva, then a mistake by Gabriel. There's the pace of Haaland off the mark, and then it's great composure by him. Gundogan helping it on, and that's a really tidy finish. Gets a bit of a deflection there off the underside of an Arsenal player's foot. Tommy Asso it is, and that just takes it up and over the outreaching arm of Ramsdale.
Gundogan. And De Bruyne. And Haaland! What? The champions straight away! A giant moment from a giant man!
Well, he's not had too much service all night, but he's plucked away. And this is the champions at their best. They just slice through Arsenal with some slick passing. De Bruyne at the heart of it. Haaland needs half a chance, quarter of a chance in those situations. And it's a great finish from him. You expect that when he gets there, but just look at this. Just look at De Bruyne. Once he gets in this position, you know what's going to happen. He pulls it back, and the touch from Haaland with his left foot just gets away from him a little bit, but his right foot's already ready to go. Bang, see you later.
It all started from a fantastic challenge by Kyle Walker at right back on Trossard, winning the ball back. And that shows the importance, really, of having two good feet. Haaland there, left to right, as you rightly say, Lee. Because it wasn't the best touch, but he was able to pounce with confidence with his right, and lovely team goal.
And so it twists for City. They have reeled Arsenal in. Once more, the champions lord it over those who would steal their crown. And the race is neck and neck.
We roll.
Resticles.
Oh my God, we're doing this already. Okay.
Just the first one for me. Quack, quack.
Baby park, baby park.
Baby
park. Luck, everybody.
Remember, guys, it's not about fun, it's about how you finish in the race.
That's right.
None of you guys are my friends today.
How did the race make you feel?
Ricky Bobby?
You don't win.
Okay, you're a dumb bitch. The fuck was that?
What the fuck do I do?
Oh, yes.
No way! You said you're a dumb
No,
bitch, and I just thought, yes, I am. That's inside. I'm never playing League with you again.
What the hell, man, dude, please. It's my guilty pleasure, bro.
Oh,
God.
I throw my hands up in the air sometimes.
No!
Come for me.
No! Why?
SpongeBob.
Very, very frightening.
Oh man, I hedged.
No fucking way.
Stop. I'm hedging.
I'm the fucking hedge.
I'm hedging and edging.
Oh, dude, I'm bad at drifting. Who am I?
Oh,
Me.
Greg,
I'm me.
Yeah, I did that.
you really
Remember
did
that.
that.
No, dude.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Speedrick.
It's okay.
Remember when
I
I did
recover.
that?
Leave Elena and I alone.